Once a central figure on Little People, Big World, Caryn Chandler was more than just Matt Roloff's girlfriend. She was also a longtime employee at Roloff Farms and played a pivotal role in many of the family's post-divorce dynamics. Fans saw her go from behind-the-scenes staff member to a major presence in Matt's life. But after leaving the show alongside Matt in recent seasons, Caryn's life trajectory has taken some surprising turns. After the cameras stopped rolling, Caryn quietly distanced herself from the intense scrutiny that came with the TLC spotlight. Insiders say she was seeking a life filled with more peace, less reality TV drama, and more focus on real, personal happiness. She relocated part-time to Arizona, embracing the sunshine, distance, and a sense of independence that many fans hadn't seen from her before. During this time, she appeared to be happier, even revitalized. Her social media posts, while not overly revealing, hinted at a woman rediscovering herself: solo hikes, girls' trips, brunches, and quiet desert mornings. But something was missing, or perhaps someone new had entered the picture. The rumored new boyfriend. Who is he? Rumors began swirling earlier this year when fans noticed Caryn appearing in Instagram stories and tagged photos with a mystery man, someone who is definitely not Matt Roloff. The man in question appeared in several photos with Caryn while she was visiting a Scottsdale resort, dining out in Phoenix, and even attending a concert. While Caryn hasn't officially confirmed a new relationship, body language in the photos says a lot. In one particular snapshot, Caryn and the unidentified man are seen laughing together, standing closely, his hand gently resting on her lower back, an unmistakable signal of familiarity and possibly intimacy. Fans immediately began speculating. Was this her new boyfriend? Had she quietly moved on from Matt? Some sleuths even believe the new man may be a former acquaintance from Arizona, someone Caryn may have known before she even met Matt Roloff. The theory is that once her life slowed down post-show, Caryn reconnected with old friends and kindled something unexpected. Secret marriage whispers. Is Caryn Chandler now married? As if a new boyfriend wasn't enough, whispers of a secret wedding began to make rounds in mid-July. The buzz started when a friend of Caryn's posted, and quickly deleted, a photo of what looked like a bachelorette celebration. The caption read, "She said yes," again, sparking immediate chaos among LPBW fans. More rumors exploded when Caryn was seen wearing what appeared to be a wedding band, not the engagement ring Matt had reportedly never given her, but an actual gold band, simple yet striking. That led many to wonder, had Caryn secretly gotten married? If so, when and to whom? While Caryn has neither confirmed nor denied the rumors, one thing is clear: she has made a deliberate choice to avoid public clarification. And in doing so, she's allowed the speculation to build and possibly hide a massive life shift away from the public eye. Where does this leave Matt Roloff? Meanwhile, Matt Roloff has gone noticeably quiet. Once active on social media, regularly posting about farm updates, family visits, or even his love for Caryn, Matt's Instagram feed has become subdued. Some fans even noticed he unfollowed a few accounts associated with Caryn's friends, a subtle but telling sign that things might not be so harmonious. One particularly heart-wrenching moment came during the 4th of July weekend. In years past, Matt would share festive farm updates or family gatherings. This year, radio silence. No posts, no stories, and no signs of a celebration. Just a solitary photo of Roloff Farms with a caption, "Time changes everything." Sources close to the family suggest that Matt is having a hard time processing this new chapter. While the relationship with Caryn always had its critics, Matt seemed deeply invested, emotionally, and at one point, even hinting at marriage. If Caryn has truly moved on, and especially if she has remarried, it would explain the sudden shift in Matt's public demeanor. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Since the filming of the last season wrapped, Caryn Chandler had seemingly slipped under the radar. She wasn't posting as often, stayed away from the usual Roloff family activities, and appeared to be focusing on life outside the public eye. But recently, fans were stunned when photos emerged showing Caryn smiling alongside a mystery man, someone who clearly wasn't Matt Roloff. That man, now widely believed to be Daniel Westbrook, a successful real estate developer from Arizona, has become the centerpiece of swirling speculation surrounding Caryn's sudden shift in lifestyle. Daniel, who has kept a low public profile himself, was first spotted with Caryn during what looked like a luxurious vacation in Sedona. Observant fans quickly noted that he was wearing a ring on his left ring finger, the universal symbol of marital commitment. Soon after, more images emerged of Caryn walking through a Scottsdale shopping center, clearly wearing a band on her own left hand. Naturally, the internet did what it does best: investigate and speculate. Reddit threads exploded. LPBW fan groups debated for days. Was Caryn married? If so, to whom? And more importantly, what happened to Matt? While Caryn has not made any public announcement, sources close to the Chandler family suggest that a private beachside ceremony took place quietly earlier this year. Allegedly, the wedding was extremely intimate, with only a handful of Caryn's close friends and Daniel's family in attendance. Notably absent? Anyone from the Roloff clan, including Matt Roloff himself. For longtime fans of Little People, Big World, the news came as a punch to the gut. After all, Matt and Caryn had been together for over 6 years. They'd weathered many storms together, from family drama to the sale of the Roloff farm, to building their retirement plans in Arizona. They spoke openly about marriage on the show, even purchasing a home together in Surprise, Arizona, with the assumption that it would be their golden years haven. So what changed? And why the secrecy? Insiders suggest it wasn't just one thing, but a gradual breakdown in the relationship. According to one unnamed production insider, Caryn started wanting things Matt wasn't ready to give. She was ready for a different life, less cameras, more stability, and someone who could truly settle down with her in Arizona. Meanwhile, Matt, deeply tied to his work on Roloff Farms and managing family legacies, seemed reluctant to close the Oregon chapter of his life. Some speculate that Caryn grew tired of waiting, tired of the back and forth, and tired of being caught in the middle of the Roloff family drama. The tension between Caryn and Matt's ex-wife Amy was no secret, and even with years of trying to navigate blended family dynamics, Caryn often seemed like she was walking on eggshells. Then came Daniel Westbrook, reportedly a widower in his mid-50s, financially independent, emotionally available, and already living the Arizona lifestyle that Caryn had long dreamed of. Their paths crossed at a charity event last fall, and, according to a friend of Daniel's, the connection was instant. They talked for hours that night, and things moved quickly from there. Whether or not a formal marriage license exists, the signs are all pointing in one direction. Caryn has moved on, emotionally and romantically, from Matt Roloff. As for Matt, in recent months, he's been noticeably absent from social media posts involving Caryn. His Instagram, usually filled with updates about the farm, Caryn's garden projects, or vacations, has taken a quieter, more introspective tone. A source close to Matt shared that he's been heartbroken but not surprised, suggesting that things had been rocky between the two for months. This new chapter for Caryn, with or without a ring, raises serious questions. Will she ever return to Little People, Big World? Will Matt address the rumors publicly? And what will this mean for the Roloff family's already fragile dynamics? One thing is certain, this isn't the ending fans imagined for Matt and Caryn. Stay tuned, because in the next segment, we'll dive deep into Matt Roloff's reaction to the shocking split, his current emotional state, and how this unexpected turn of events may reshape the future of Roloff Farms and the LPBW franchise as a whole. Matt Roloff, the once fiery, hardworking, and always camera-ready patriarch of Little People, Big World, is no longer the face we frequently see lighting up our social media feeds. Fans who have followed him for years can tell something's changed. And it's not just the absence of new TLC episodes or the silence around the future of Roloff Farms. It's Matt himself, quieter, more withdrawn, and possibly deeply hurt. Since the emergence of Caryn Chandler's vacation photos with her rumored new boyfriend in Arizona, Matt has noticeably retreated. His usual cheerful updates about the farm, the grandkids, or his construction projects have all but disappeared. It's as if the vibrant energy he once channeled into Instagram captions and TLC camera interviews has been extinguished. This sudden silence has sparked a flurry of speculation among longtime fans. Many believe that Matt was blindsided by Caryn's new chapter. They were a team for years, from Roloff Farms to family events and even discussions of retirement in Arizona. So, for fans, this shift feels abrupt and confusing. But according to insiders, the signs were there. Sources close to the family suggest that cracks had begun forming long before the cameras stopped rolling. Disagreements over marriage timelines, the complications of maintaining a bi-state relationship between Oregon and Arizona, and a growing divergence in their personal priorities were reportedly putting strain on Matt and Caryn's bond. Matt, ever the planner and visionary, remained focused on legacy, on Roloff Farms, building for his grandchildren, and keeping the Roloff name rooted in something tangible. Caryn, on the other hand, may have started looking toward something more personal, a life defined less by the farm and more by freedom. One particular rumor has caught fire, that Matt may have proposed to Caryn last year. While he never confirmed it publicly, whispers of a rejected proposal made their rounds in fan circles. If true, it could explain the awkward tension that followed in episodes and public appearances. Some believe Caryn didn't outright say no, but that her hesitation spoke volumes. By that point, perhaps her heart was already halfway to Arizona. And now, Matt stands in solitude. Roloff Farms, once bustling with activity, remains only partially sold. The pumpkin season attractions and DIY projects continue, but without the same buzz. His children are off leading their own lives, Zach with Tori and the kids, Jeremy building his dream property with Audrey, and Molly and Jacob largely staying out of the spotlight. Even Amy, his ex-wife, has found renewed joy with Chris Merrick. Matt is still on the farm he built with his own hands, but many are asking, who is he building it for now? Caryn had become his post-divorce rock, someone who knew the family dynamics, who supported his goals, and who seemingly aligned with his vision for the future. But as it turns out, their dreams may have only partially overlapped. Caryn, now spending more time in Arizona and possibly engaged in a new relationship, seems to be following a path that no longer includes Roloff Farms or Matt. There's a profound loneliness to Matt's current situation. In interviews and posts from years past, he often talked about building a future with Caryn by his side. Whether that meant Arizona retirement homes or new structures on the farm, she was always in the picture. Her apparent departure from that vision leaves Matt not just physically alone on the property, but perhaps emotionally abandoned too. Fans continue to reach out in comments and messages, hoping Matt is okay. His occasional interactions, brief, vague captions, or liking old posts, are being analyzed for hidden meanings. Is he sad? Angry? Resigned? It's hard to tell, but the silence speaks loudly. For a man who once shared blueprints, tractors, and big dreams almost daily, his current quietness feels deafening. Some followers remain hopeful. Maybe this is just a temporary pause. Maybe Matt is reflecting, regrouping, or preparing for a fresh chapter. Others aren't so sure. They fear that the last string holding Matt to his post-divorce happiness, his relationship with Caryn, may have quietly unraveled. Whether or not a reunion with Caryn is possible remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. Matt Roloff is now standing at a crossroads. The farm behind him, uncertainty ahead, and a legacy that feels incomplete without the people he hoped would share it with him. But perhaps the biggest emotional weight of this split is the ripple effect it's having on the entire Roloff dynamic. Fans have long viewed Little People, Big World not just as a show, but as a living, breathing story of love, struggle, growth, and legacy. Matt and Caryn's relationship was a huge part of that narrative post-Amy, and now it's fractured. The emotional toll on Matt Roloff. Insiders close to Matt say he's struggling to adjust to this new normal. While Matt hasn't made any official statements regarding Caryn's alleged new marriage, his absence from social media, and the lack of any public celebration of milestones, such as birthdays or farm progress, paints a somber picture. Fans speculate he may feel blindsided, especially considering how much he had reportedly invested emotionally and financially in building a life with Caryn. The Arizona home, the shared vacations, the long-term plans. It's all suddenly unclear. The children's silence speaks volumes. What's even more telling is the radio silence from the Roloff children. Zach and Tori have kept their social media focused solely on their kids and YouTube channel, Raising Heights. There hasn't been a single post or story acknowledging Caryn or Matt's situation. Jeremy and Audrey, known for their transparent podcasting and Instagram stories, have also avoided the topic entirely, a rare move for the couple. Their distance is notable. Some fans believe that the Roloff kids never fully accepted Caryn as a maternal or stepmother figure. Even during the TLC filming days, there were clear signs of unease between Caryn and Zach, particularly surrounding decisions about the farm and grandparenting dynamics. Now, that emotional distance seems even wider, almost like a quiet confirmation that they're not interested in being part of the aftermath. Amy's quiet stance, a subtle nod of support. Amy Roloff, Matt's ex-wife, has remained publicly neutral, at least on the surface. However, longtime fans of LPBW know that Amy is someone who expresses herself more through actions than words. She's recently been posting more with Chris Merrick, showcasing their time together at charity events, cooking sessions, and peaceful evenings. Many believe Amy is subtly signaling her peace with Caryn moving on, and perhaps even a quiet celebration that the chapter involving Matt and Caryn has officially closed. The fans' reactions, divided and loud. Fans of Little People, Big World are far from silent. The Roloff fanbase is fiercely loyal and deeply invested in each cast member's journey. Comment sections, Facebook fan groups, and Reddit threads have exploded with reactions. Poor Matt. He gave her everything, and she just left. Caryn deserves happiness. She was always caught in the middle. Honestly, the show hasn't been the same since she came in. I never trusted Caryn. She always seemed detached. It's clear that fans are deeply divided. Some are mourning the end of what they thought could be a lifelong bond. Others feel vindicated, believing that Caryn was never truly a fit for the Roloff family, that she was simply filling a role post-Amy. What this means for the future of LPBW. The TLC show may have stepped back from full production, but the Roloff story is far from over. If Caryn is now married to someone else, and Matt is living alone, questions naturally arise. Will Matt stay in Oregon? Will he finally sell the remainder of the farm? Will the family reunite, or splinter further? Could Caryn's new chapter open the door for Matt to reconnect with Amy on a friendlier, more nostalgic level? These questions aren't just speculation. They matter to the fans because the Roloffs have symbolized resilience, family, and growth for nearly 2 decades. When major changes like this occur, they shake the very foundation of what the audience has come to cherish. A turning point in the Roloff saga. Caryn's departure marks a turning point. She was more than just Matt's partner. She was a recurring figure in family negotiations, trip planning, holidays, and grandchild moments. Her presence, and now her absence, will echo in every Roloff update moving forward. Some fans are already speculating that this might be the beginning of the end for the Roloff brand as we know it. Without Amy and Matt together, with Caryn out of the picture, and the kids pursuing their own lives outside of TLC, where does that leave the heart of the Roloff story? Many feel that Raising Heights, Zach and Tori's YouTube venture, may soon become the new centerpiece of the Roloff family journey, especially if Matt takes more of a backseat role from here on out. A family redefined. At the end of the day, what fans are witnessing isn't just a breakup, it's a redefinition of what Roloff means. It's no longer about one family farm, one marriage, or one show. It's about growth, divergence, and the reality that even the most storied TV families evolve, sometimes in painful, surprising ways. Whether you're heartbroken or hopeful, this moment will go down as one of the most transformative in Little People, Big World history. Matt Roloff has always been a fighter, resilient, visionary, and determined. Through countless challenges, from health issues to family rifts, he has pushed forward with relentless energy. But this time, things feel different. With Caryn Chandler, his longtime partner, seemingly moving on with a new love and a new life, many fans are left asking, what's next for Matt? Could love be waiting for Matt around the corner? Some longtime fans hold on to hope that he may rediscover companionship, perhaps even reconnect with someone from his past. Others imagine Matt might quietly begin dating again, away from the public spotlight. He's always been private about his deeper emotional world, so if he were exploring new love, it might not be something he shares right away. Still, there's another side of Matt that fans know all too well, his deep devotion to the Roloff farm and his legacy. With Caryn no longer by his side, some believe Matt will throw himself even harder into his work, preserving the land, the family story, and the future for his children and grandchildren. He may finally begin writing that long-promised memoir, a project he's hinted at for years but never committed to fully. Perhaps this is the time when reflection and healing could fuel a deeply personal narrative that fans would be eager to read. Others see this as a moment of spiritual and personal reinvention. Matt is no stranger to fresh starts. He's reinvented his life many times. Whether that reinvention includes romance, a return to the spotlight, or a quiet retreat into the fields of his beloved farm, remains to be seen. What's certain is this: a new chapter is unfolding for Matt Roloff. A chapter without Caryn. A chapter full of unknowns. And no matter what direction he chooses, fans, followers, and family alike will be watching closely, cheering him on, and hoping that the next phase brings him peace, purpose, and maybe a little bit of love. Caryn Chandler may have stepped into a new chapter, perhaps even a new marriage, but in doing so, she's closed the door on one of the most recognized partnerships in Little People, Big World history. Her departure from Matt Roloff doesn't just mark the end of a relationship, it symbolizes the end of an era. Matt, once the cornerstone of a bustling farm and a growing TV legacy, now finds himself at a crossroads, quieter, more reserved, and visibly alone. The echoes of laughter, holidays, and family milestones now seem distant, replaced by a quieter kind of reflection. Is this the beginning of personal rebirth for both? Or the quiet unraveling of what once was a deeply rooted family dream? Only time will tell. But one thing remains absolutely certain: the Roloff saga, filled with heartbreak, healing, and human complexity, is far